Namaste everyone. Last class we have seen regarding the Chitta Prasadana Upayaha or Chitta Prasadana technique. How we can come down or how we can make our Chitta Prasanna, happy. If the Chitta is Prasanna, happy, calm and cool, we can understand, we can see what is there inside the Chitta. It means we can understand the all kind of function. We can reach very easily towards the ultimate. For example, we have given like in a pond, if the taranga or the waves are going on continuously, we cannot see what is there inside the water. If the waves are stopped, calm and cool, then we can see what is there inside the water. So same way we have seen the benefits also of that. And this sutra will be looking some special benefit if you do Chitta Prasadana Upayaha. Yes. So let's see the benefit is Paramanu Param Mahatva Antasya Vashikaraha. परम अणु परम महत्व अंत अस्य वशीकारः. This is the line. If you see, param means great or the superior, anu means subtlest, or you can see micro means very small. Here param means great or the superior one. Anu means micro, very small, subtlest. It's called micro. Micro. Again, param means same meaning of this. It's called great only. Mahatva means very big or macro. Or big, you can take macro. Antasya Vashikaraha. Vashikara means control or the focusing power, the energy of focusing that comes. Means earlier sutra they explain, if you do Chitta Prasadana, the benefit is telling in the sutra is your Chitta will become stable to concentrate on these two things. One is Param Anu, if the entity, the object is very small. Very small means if you see the small piece of maida or small piece of sand, it's very small, but your mind will become very stable to concentrate on that. That's called param anu. Even though it's very small, your mind will able to contemplate that, concentrate on that. Param anu. Param mahatva. Param means again great or big. Mahatva means macro or very very big, large. Your mind will be able to concentrate on big things also. You can take big things in mountain or big statue, big temple. So if you going on practicing the Chitta Prasadana technique, they explain from 33 to 39 all the techniques, 7 techniques, and at the end added is happy matra according to your wish. You can concentrate, you can contemplate. So if you do, the benefit is you can concentrate, the benefit, you can concentrate smallest of smallest particles. Even though it's very smallest, we cannot see by our eyes. Even though it's small, that kind of, we can concentrate on that. If the Chitta Prasadana is there, and even though it's a very big, larger than our imaginations, like globe, universe, you can concentrate on that. Your mind will become the Basha. Basha means the strength, or you can say the energy, or the control overcomes. The mind will get control city or the stamina on these two. Param small and Param big. Even though it's a very small like Anu, subtlest. Anu means small. Param means it is subtlest than subtlest. Very small. Mahatva means big. And Param Mahatva means very very big. So your mind will become, Chitta will become the power or the strength to concentrate on these two things. Even though it's very small, your mind will get the strength to do that. Even though it's very big, your mind will get strength to do that, to do the concentration. So this meaning of this sutra is asya means chittasya. Asya means chitta. Chitta will get the strength, or chitta will get the power to contemplate on this small and the big things, micro and macro things. It means normally we cannot do that. For example, if we have a statue, then we can concentrate on that. But it's very small things, it cannot be visible through our eyes. We need to concentrate on that. Now you may get concentration that, like, if the things is very small, how can I concentrate on that? The product must be there, the item should be there, vastu, the object should be there. It means telling not, you should not take the word meaning only, that it's a subtlest then subtlest. Means even though it's very small things like a bindu, if you concentrate like a bindu, it's so small. Like in Trataka, what we do, we should concentrate here, Trataka practice, or if we practice like keeping a lamp, it's very small. The flame is very small, but we can concentrate on that. How it's possible? Due to continuous practice, when the chitta become pure, nirmala. Even though the product is very big, like it's very big things. Big means not that universe and all. The word meaning is big means something gross, like a temple, like a big statue. If you concentrate on that, that is a benefit given. So the chitta prasadana, if it is done, then this benefit will be achieved. When it means one can concentrate, one can meditate, one can contemplate very small things, sukshma things and gross things, or big thing, micro and macro things. Means his chitta will get the stamina or the energy to do that, part to do that. So this is the whole meaning of this sutra. Last class we have seen regarding the benefits of chitta prasadana. Means if you do prasadana, if you do come and cool down your chitta, if your chitta is in nirmala stage or prasanna stage, what benefit you can get, that we have seen. Okay, like paramanu parammahatva antasya vashikaraha. Your chitta will get the potency or the energy to contemplate or meditate on sukshma vastu and stula vastu, macro and micro. We discussed regarding this, like param mahatva and param anu, very subtlest. That is the benefit. Now this sutra will be looking regarding the samapatti. Samapatti means it is a part of, or it is a synonym of sampragyata samadhi. So let's see, the sutra is Shina vrittehe avijatasyeva manehe grahitri grahana grahyeshu tatastadanyanata samapattihi. Shina vrittehe avijatasyeva manehe grahitri grahana grahyeshu. This should be the grahyeshu tatastat anjanata samapattihi. Shina vrittihi. Vritti means thought waves. In earlier sutra we have explained the thought waves will be there. Chitta vritti means the thought waves in the chitta. At a time several comes, so we cannot concentrate on particular. If you concentrate on particular, that leads to sampragyata samadhi. And if you are going on the practicing on that ekagrata stage, sampragyata samadhi, and it leads to nirodhavastha or asampragyata state. So here vritti means the thought waves. What you will get? Thought waves, shinaha. The thought waves will become shinaha. It won't vanish, it won't be zero, decrease. There will be more thoughts, it will become very small and one thoughts. Like thoughts will be there, like 1, 2, 3, 4, so many thoughts are there, 10 thoughts are there. If you are going on practicing, it will become at the end 1. So we are talking about this thought. This thought is called shinaha. So earlier it was like more vrittis were there, like you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 10 and 15, like that. And at the end going on practicing, if you practice and going on in the state of sampragyata state, it's become 1. So vrittis will decrease or getting shinaha. That shina is known as this. So vritti you will get, the thought waves will decrease. Shina vrittihi. Then what happened? Avijata shaiva. Avijata means very precious stone, or you can say crystal. Crystal or stone you can take. Avijata money, we can say very precious, very mulyavan. No, there is no unpriced, priceless that things, and very important things. So it's called abhijata shaiva, like money. Money means like crystal, or this money means crystal. You can tell this is very important. Very important, very precious stone, like crystal. What will happen? Grahitri grahana graheshu. Here we need to understand, grahitri means one who perceives, the karta. For example, I am talking, or you are watching to me. You are become the karta. What work? Who is working? You. You are perceiving my video. You are understanding my video. You are watching my video. So you are watching. Who is the karta? You. So you become grahitri, the karta, or you can say the seer, who is watching that, who is doing that work. Grahitri. Grahana means the medium. Grahana means it's a medium, or through which you are watching. You are watching through internet or your mobile. So that internet you will become your grahana, or the medium, through part. You can say internet, or you are watching through your eyes, or you are listening through your ears. So all these things become the indriyas. It's called grahana. And grahya is what you are watching. Grahya means the topic, what you are watching. You are watching my video, watching my lecture. That is called grahya, or the topic, or you can say object. Okay. These are the three things to perceive anything must be there. These three things should be there to perceive anything. For example, you are eating rice, you are eating chapati. Means three things should be there. Who eating? You. You become grahitri. Graha means you are eating by your hands. Your hands become grahana, medium. And grahya means the chapati or rice become grahana. Three things must be there in the, any things to pursue. So here, manihi, the stones, understands like this: grahitri grahana graheshu. Tatastat anjanata shamapattihi. Tatastha anjanata means it will be become like as it is. How? Like precious stones. If I keep a stones here, okay. If I keep anything, like if the stone is very clear, like a spatika mani, we can say. If I keep anything this side, like a red color, one flower, rose flower, or any flower, if I keep red is blue, whatever the color, yellow. If I keep, you can see that color, and you may think the color is like a stone color is, or the crystal color is white or blue, green, as the reflection falls on the stone, crystal, you can get. But the actual thing is, the color stone is, the crystal is clear, transparent. What colors comes behind that, it can be visible by you. So you are telling the stone is blue, white, green, and all these things. So the things means that object, you, and the medium all becomes the same as it is, same level. That is called tad anjanata. Tad anjanata means when it's become one. Grahitri, grahana, grahya, when it become the one. That is called anjanata. Anjanata means becoming one. Okay. When your thoughts waves, chintanam, your talking and your work become one, action become one, that is called anjanata. Anjanata means becoming one. So here grahitri, grahana, grahya, when all these three become one together, then it's called samapatti. Samapatti means samadhi or sampragyata samadhi, you can say. Sampragyata samadhi. This is called sampragyata samadhi. So what is called sampragyata samadhi? Explain here. The word is when the chitta vrittis, the thoughts will become decrease, not zero. It's become shinaha. Shinaha means going on decreasing. Before it was like 7, 10, 15,000 were there at a time, and it will become one. Ekagrata stage. Ekagrata related to sampragyata. So when vrittis are only single vritti, shinaha, there are plenty and become only one, shinaha vritti. And abhijata shaiva. Abhijata means it will be very precious and very important. What? Money. Your chitta will become like a money. Whatever things you keep, you can understand easily, like a money, and by that money what you can get? Grahitri, grahana, grahyeshu. Three things. Grahitri means already told, karta, the seer, one who perceives you. Grahana, the medium, your eyes, ear, and grahya means may feed you, or chapati rice, whatever you can take. So these three things become only one, that is called anjanata, and that anjanata is called as samapatti. So here the money is known as chitta. You can tell chitta. Chitta is very precious. It become like transparent. Whatever you keep, it comes. It will be visible, it will be understandable, and it will be projected easily. That's called chitta. So if you're going on practicing all the earlier 7 methods of chitta, prasadana upayaha, then you will get the benefit of paramanu param mahatvam darshabashikara, that ability you will get, and later on you will get the sampragyata stage. The sampragyata stage is when all the chitta vrittis getting decreased, means only single vritti will be there. That is called shina vritti. Then the money or your chitta will be pursuing three things, means three things your chitta will be pursued. This thing, grahiti, grahana, grahya, all these things means object, medium, and you will be perceiving one thing at a time easily. Okay, because it will get anjanata, that is called samapatti or sampragyata samadhi. Yes. Earlier sutra we have seen the samapatti. Samapatti means sampragyata samadhi. And this sutra will be looking under sampragyata samadhi some separation. And this sutra is related to the 17th sutra, like vitarka, vichara, ananda, shmita, anugamat, sampragyatha. To go sampragyatha, we need to cross, we need to perform vitarka, vichara, ananda, and ashmita. Okay. So in this sutra, we will be looking on this savitarka. Under vitarka, savitarka, nirvitarkas are there. So we will be looking, the first one is called savitarka samapatti, which is telling here, tatra sabdartha jnana vikalpehi sankirna savitarka samapatti. Savitarka samapatti means, we already explained, when you concentrate on gross object. Gross object, savitarka. Savichara means when you concentrate on sukshma object. Okay, sukshma bhuta. This is called sthula bhuta if you concentrate. In 17th sutra we explain. Now I explain. Tatra sabda artha jnana vikalpehi sankirna savitarka samapatti. Savitarka samapatti means when you concentrate on gross object or sthula mahabhuta. Okay, that is called savitarka samapatti or savitarka sampragyata samadhi. How it this happen? Tatra, in the state of sampragyata samadhi, sabda 1, artha 2, jnana 3. 3 things must be there. Sabda, artha, jnana. Vikalpa means optional. Optional means 1, 2, 3. For example, if I give question number 1 or 2, 3, 4, it means these whole are present here. All must be there. Option means 1 or 2, 2 or 3, like this. Everything should be there. So here, vikalpa means option is giving, athava, or. Sabda, artha, jnana, all these things should be there. Sankirna means this word comes from Shankara. Shankara, which means merge or what is called mix. Or you can say cocktail. We use cocktail juice, cocktail liquors, all these things. So Sankirna means which is mixed by these 3 things: sabda, artha, and jnanam. That kind of knowledge, that kind of statement is called savitarka samapatti or savitarka sampragyata samadhi. How it happens? For example, we can understand with the example like cow. If I use this word C-O-W, cow, what is there? C-O-W, word, sabda, varna, sabdadi. It here what is not stand for sound, varna, syllable, letters, C-O-W, cow, sabda is here. Artha means we can understand that it's a one object. It may be an object. Jnana means knowledge. It's an animal, we can understand. Then we can concentrate on that. Okay. If there is a photo, Swami Vivekananda photo, whatever you take, or Abdul Kalam photo, first of all, that sabda will be there. Means like Swami SW, Swami Vivekananda, that will be there. Then earth will be there, that this is the structure, photo, blue color, red color, white color. And Jnanam, this is the Mahapurusha or the great philosopher or great person. So if you concentrate in that way, means having these three things, Sabda, Artha, Jnanam, that leads to Savitarka Samapatti. Okay. Sankirna means it's a mixture of these three. If you concentrate on any object which is having these three guna, Sabda, Artha and Jnana, that kind of samadhi is known as Savitarka Samapatti or Sampragyatha Samadhi. This is the whole meaning of the sutra. In last sutra we have seen regarding the Savitarka Samapatti. It's the part of Sampragyata Samadhi. Like Sampragyata has the 4 stages we discuss: Savitarka, Savichara, Sananda and Sasmita. We are now talking about the first part, means Savitarka part, Vitarka stage. Under Vitarka, Savitarka, Nivitarka comes. We last sutra we discussed regarding the Savitarka. Means Sabdartha Jnana Vikalpehi, there should be Sabdartha Jnana, and through which what knowledge we will get, that is called Sampragyata Samadhi. We have seen. And this sutra will be learning regarding the Nirvitarka. Nirvitarka. It also comes under Sampragyata Samadhi itself. It is the opposite of Savitarka Sampragyata Samapatti or Samitarka Sampragyata Samadhi. Nirvitarka. Let's see. Smriti Parishuddhyo Sarupa Sunnam Eva Arthamatra Nirvasha Nirvitarka. Smriti Parishuddhyo Swarupa Shunyam Eva Arthamatra Nirvasha Nirvitarka. Nirvitarka means when we concentrate on Stula object. Stula means gross object. In Savitarka stage also we concentrated on Stula object. Nirvitarka also will be concentrated on Stula object itself or gross object. Means Stula Bhuta will be concentrating on this. Then how it should be? Smriti Parishuddho. When the Smriti means memory. Memory means in Chitya there is some projection will be there, memory projections and the Smarana Sakti, all these things are there in Chitya. So when the memory is Parishuddho, in Chitta thoughts waves gets the Parishuddha. Shuddha means clean. Parishuddha means Purna Rupena Shuddha or fully clean, or you can say fully clean. Specially it got clean. Purna Rupena Shuddha, Parishuddha. There is no further any Parishuddha. Swarupa means the form, actual shape, Shunyam. The Swarupa will become zero. The outlook will become zero. What will present? Artha Matra, only meaning will be there. Artha, meaning will be there. Nirvasha, that Nirvasha means that will be present. What will be present? Meaning. The Artha means only meaning will be there. Like meaning will be there. That is called Nirvitarka. Nirvitarka Samapatti. Nirvitarka Sutra is not there, but it will be Samapatti. Nirvitarka Samapatti. Means what happened in this stage of Nirvitarka? It explained, if you going on practicing Sampragyata stage, Vitarka stage, first of all you need to start Savitarka, where you need to concentrate on 3 things: Sabda, Artha, Jnanam. Then only it leads to Savitarka Samapatti, earlier sutra. And this sutra is explained, if you going on practicing in Savitarka stage, continuous, that leads to Nirvitarka Samapatti. How it should be explained here? Smriti Parishuddho. In that stage, what happened? Smriti, the memory, the thought waves will become clean, fully clean. Parishuddha means Purna Rupena Shuddha, means fully clean. There is no further any. Fully clean. The memory or the Chitya, any kind of thought waves. Sarupa, the actual Sarupa of that object will become Shunya. If you concentrate on cow, that Sabda, the sound or the Sabda means the word. Sabda, Artha or Jnana. We explained in earlier sutra. This sutra, the cow, Sabda will not be there. COW, we cannot imagine in that stage. If you're going on practicing in the stage of Savitarka Samapatti, then it comes to Nirvitarka. In the stage of Nirvitarka, Sabda will not be there. No Sabda. Because Sarva becomes zero, Sunyam, zero. Artha, Matra Nirvasam, Artha will be there. Meaning will be there. That is the cow. Okay. Jnanam also will not be there. Means this is the cow and I have to concentrate on that. This is this kind of animal, good animal, or this is the photo of Swami Vivekananda, Abdul Kalam. I need to concentrate on that. That knowledge will not be there. Only Artha, meaning will be there. This is a photo, that's all. And you need to concentrate on that. Chitta will become fully calm and cool, peace. That's it. That is called Nirvitarka Samapatti. So if I conclude this sutra, the meaning would be when, in which stage of mind or chitta, what will happen? Smritis, the memory or the chitta thoughts will become parishuddha, purna rupena siddha, fully it cleans. Then what happens? The structure, actual structure of that object, maybe object is cow, that will become zero. Structure, the sarva will become zero. And artha matra will be there. The meaning will be present here. Like it's a cow. That meaning will be there. That stage is known as Nirvitarka Samapatti. So these two are related to Vitarka under Sampragyata Samadhi. So this is the whole meaning of the sutra. Thank you. Last class we have seen regarding the Savitarka and Nirvitarka Samapatti. Means Savitarka Samapatti and Nirvitarka Samapatti. It's related to Sampragyata Samadhi. And this class we will be learning something new. So let's see, this sutra deals with Eteva Savichara Nirvichara cha Shukshma Vishaya Vyakhyata. Eteva Savichara Nirvichara cha Shukshma Vishaya Vyakhyata. Eteva Savichara Nirvichara cha Shukshma Vishaya Vyakhyata. Here Vyakhyata means already explained. Means earlier sutras, what and all we talk, in all this earlier sutra we already explained. What we explain? Savichara and Nirvichara. Savichara means when you concentrate on Sukshma Vastu or Sukshma Padartha. And Nirvichara means when you concentrate on Sukshma Vastu. Now what is the difference between these two? In case of here, Savichara, here in level of concentration of Sukshma Vastu or the subtlest Bhuta or the Sukshma Tanmatra, here Sabda, Artha, Jnana, three things should be there. Sabda, Artha and Jnanam. These three things must be there in case of Savichara Samapatti. In the level of Shukshma, if you concentrate on Shukshma Vastu or subtlest Vastu, and concentration goes through these three things, Sabda, Artha, Jnana, as you see, the cow word and all. In case of Nirvichara, here also concentration should be done in Shukshma Vastu itself. But here will not be any kind of Sabda and Jnana. Only Artha will be there. Only here the presentness is called Artha. No Sabda and na Jnanam. Nothing will be there. So these two will not be there. Only Artha will be there, as you see last time. Smriti Parishuddho and all this sutra. So in which stage Sabda, Artha and Jnanam will be there, that is called Savichara Samapatti, Sukshma Bhuta, and where only Artha will be there in Sukshma Bhuta, that is called Nirvichara. So this way we have seen this sutra. Means this is the meaning of the sutra. Is Eteva means in this way. In this way means Savichara way and Nirvichara way. We have gone through this earlier sutra that only explained here. Shukshma Vishaya. Shukshma Vishaya means subtlest part. The concentration on or meditations on subtlest part. Maybe tip of your nose or middle of your eyebrows, heartbeat. Shukshma Vishaya. We concentrate. Okay. That is called Shukshma Vishaya, the subtlest part. or the subtlest object. Concentration. So all this we have seen. This is the meaning, whole meaning of this sutra.